In this lessons episode, explore the art of building authentic relationships and redefining value in a fast-paced, transactional world. Learn why trust takes time, how to embrace bravery and failure, and the importance of aligning your strengths to serve others effectively. There's sort of two levels of people that I normally see. There's people that are very superficial, that are the first 5 minutes that I meet you, I want to do a transaction with you. And then there's people that put a month of effort into that relationship, but then get visibly angry when you don't give them something. There's very few people that are genuinely altruistic people. And I don't think it's, sorry, I want to rephrase. I don't think there's few people that are altruistic. I think that society, urgency, getting everything immediately in our daily lives has trained people subconsciously to expect results immediately from anything they do, including human relationships, which is absolutely fucking wild. You cannot Uber a human relationship, right?
You can't hack it.
You can't hack it.
Yeah.
But people believe that. And I think that it actually, like, really well-meaning people just don't understand why it takes an individual who has achieved success time to trust them, to build something together, to invest in them.
Yeah.
It takes a long time before you ever want to do business, because especially if you achieve success, you've been burnt by so many people along the way. I love that. I love that advice. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just I think it's very smart, and I see it a lot.
I think that this is a really good business strategy and people don't use it, right? So before you invest in doing Hormozy style videos, why don't you invest in understanding your value, right? Not from an egotistic perspective, because everyone is valuable. Every person, I genuinely believe this, that whether you believe in God or not, I believe in God. Again, people are very sensitive when you use the word God. I believe that when God made us, he literally took a piece of himself and put that piece into every person. And we can be godly, we can be amazing, we can be caring. We are all those things, but we are taught not to be, because that's weak, especially in business. Don't show them your weakness. Don't show them that you're afraid. Don't show them. Why not? Why not? But you also have to understand that if I spend 20 years building relationships and I met you over dinner, I'm not opening up my Rolodex to you just because you're a woman, or just because you know my family member, or just because we're connected through, business associates. You also have to not get so visibly disappointed that you don't get what you want, because if you genuinely build a relationship, you will have more business. I don't care what you do, then you will know what to do with. And you also have to understand that you have to be brave. Bravery is what separates people that are really successful from those that are trying. You have to be brave to fail. And you have to be brave to tell people that you failed. A lot of times when we turn on social media, we see a glamorized, audited version of someone's life. And we compare ourselves to that version and we feel like imposters, not knowing that that person doesn't drive that Lamborghini, not knowing that that person doesn't have those followers, not knowing that that person doesn't have any of the things that you are comparing yourself to and feeling small next to, right? So what I found is a lot of times when people want to put out, content, they're emulating someone else's success that they don't even have, and they try to become someone else that they're never going to be. Not because you can't have that car. Of course you can. You can have anything that you want if that's what you really want. But I promise you that once you get whatever you're chasing, you're going to be very unhappy. I promise you that, because I've done it at so many levels. The key is really understanding what value do you bring to this world. Genuinely, honestly. Maybe your value is intuition. Maybe your value is that you genuinely care. Maybe your value is that you connect people. Maybe you have a combination of these skill sets. Those are really valuable things that people genuinely want. Well, you're trying to sell them your agency services. Why don't you get to know them? Why don't you get to know people as human beings and understand how you could potentially support them, right? I've developed a business model which is very different than what most coaches and consultants do, because they think it's weird. A lot of people think it's weird and they don't think it's scalable because they don't understand it. So I'll break it down here. And if you have any questions, by the way, reach out to me on Instagram, because I could speak for 10 hours about this model. This model came from me failing. This model came from me hearing a lot of no's, and it came from me investing in a lot of shiny objects. I've invested a lot of money just to understand that a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They're selling you a bunch of nonsense. Their courses they didn't even write or create. Their programs are garbage that are filled with people that are teaching the garbage that they just sold you online. They don't even know the content. Like, I've been in masterminds that cost $35,000 where a person couldn't read a balance sheet and they want me to do business for them. $35,000 to get in the room with the right people. I mean, who screened these people? Were they screened for having a pulse? You know what I mean? It's not a knock at anyone. It's you have to start using your discernment, right? And you have to start understanding, like, where are you strong? I promise you, you have strength. And someone else has that weakness. When you can match those two things, that's where you win. So typically, when I meet a coach, consultant, or speaker, they have a one-on-one program or a group program. They're trying to do the omnipresent thing. They're making money and they are burned out. They can't take it anymore. They just don't know what else they could do. They're doing it. They're investing. They're going to masterminds, which suck. They are spending time with the people that are more successful than them, that are just selling them more things that they don't need. And they're like, how do I not kill what I built? But I don't want to live like this anymore. And I've lived like that.
Yeah, it's a hamster
many,
wheel that you
many
stuck on.
years. And you just feel like there's no way out because you work so hard to build to where you are that you're not willing just to say, oh, fuck it. Like, I'll just destroy it. Like, you can't. You feel guilty for spending the time, for being away from your family, for, maybe firing people that are depending on you and their families. So you constantly are like, I'm so miserable here. It's like being in a relationship that you hate, but you feel guilty because you stay for the kids. And I've been in both of these business and personal relationships, and I could tell you that it sucks being in this place. It sucks feeling like you're stuck. So my model is a love child of finding love for myself and understanding how to use your strength to get paid. You don't need to get paid for what you do. You can get paid for who you are. And I'll say that again because it's really confusing to people. You don't need to get paid for what you do. You can get paid for who you are, but you have to be very specific and intentional with how you support people. How do you serve people? A lot of people don't like that word. I'm not a servant. I'm an influencer, or I'm a founder, or that's fine. Whatever you want to call it. What value do you bring to someone, and are you willing to guarantee a result? Most people's answer is no. And by guarantee a result, I don't mean pay me $30,000 and if it doesn't work out, I'll work with you for free. That's not guaranteeing a result. Because if it didn't work out, why do I want to continue working with you, right? So what I've developed is an intensive model. If someone will spend 2 days with you as a coach and consultant and take your 9 months program and get one specific result from you in 2 days, they don't want to go anywhere. They're sold.
That's the KPI that you found.
Yeah.
That's the carrot.
Yes.
Okay.
So how does it work? Simple. There's many ways to skin this cat, but and by the way, we don't skin cats because people are barely sensitive. You would be surprised how many stages I've spoken at, and I would say something like skin a cat, and then people would be like, oh my God, you're racist against cats. It would be like, what? There's such a thing as
Oh my goodness.
racist against cats? Yes, I was called a racist against cats and a bunch of other things. So now every time that I'm just being myself, I will do a sensitivity check-in for those that are very sensitive.
Okay, fair.
Anyways, moving on. So if you're a fitness coach and you tell people, here's my promise to you: eat all the pasta you want, drink all the wine you want, and lose 30 pounds in 90 days. If I listen to this, I'll be like, yeah, right. No way. But if I like pasta, there's a part of me that'll be like, what if?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if, I want to try it. I will pay you, but I will start having buyer's remorse the second that I hit pay. And I will start telling myself, you know what? It's probably full of shit. I'm probably crazy thinking that this is going to work.
So you're living in the program already thinking it's a scam.
But if it works, oh my God, I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to tell all my friends. Something that happens during activation, if your stuff really works, right? The second someone loses that first pound, they're sold. They're like, oh my God, I have to tell everyone that I know I have been drinking wine and I've lost weight. whatever this person told me to do, their method actually works. Like, I cannot believe it. I thought it was a scam. People start telling everybody that they know, because most of the times it doesn't work. So if you're an expert and you know what you're doing and your method actually works, this doesn't work for beginners. You have to already be really good at what you do. You have to have really happy clients. You have to have real social proof, not for other people, for yourself. You have to know that you're good at this thing, because otherwise it will not work, right? So activation. The second you activated someone, they raise their hand and they say, how do I work with you further? It's natural. People don't want to invest in coaches, consultants, or masterminds. I know it's a big, when I say that, people are like, what do you mean? It's a huge industry. People get burned all the time. There's more bad than good.
I come from the view growing up that they're all scams.
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you want to dive deeper into this conversation, check out the links in the description to watch the full episode. See you in the next one.